wanted to give my predictions on the NBA awards. Giannis should win back-to-back MVP. He should run away with it. There's a lot of people that say LeBron should win it, but he has AD. AD's a monster. AD, for the most part, has better numbers than LeBron. I'm a diehard Laker fan. It'd be great for LeBron to win an MVP with the Lakers, but I just don't see it. I don't understand that narrative that people are trying to give him more votes because the late Kobe Bryant died and it was hard on him and he had to go through a lot to carry, the Lakers to the first seed. But I don't think that adds weight to his MVP case. Giannis has better numbers. He has a better record. He doesn't have the co-star that LeBron does. So for myself, I would pick Giannis as the MVP, and I feel like he should run away with it. I don't think it should be close, as people are saying. MVP is clearly Giannis. Defensive Player of the Year, I think Giannis is gonna, become one of only like 3 players to win MVP and Defensive Player of the Year in the same year, and I do have him winning it. So congratulations. I mean, if I was giving the award, congratulations, but I'm not. But I do have him winning it. Rookie of the Year, Ja Morant. If it was up to me, it would be unanimous. Zion has been, he's been good, but he's been like kind of lackluster. He's not that good on defense. He gets his points, but he didn't even play that many games, and the award is based on games before the bubble, and he barely played any. So I think Ja Morant should win it almost unanimously. It's pretty easy. It's a pretty easy award to hand out. It's Ja Morant all the way. 6 Man of the Year, that one's kind of a little harder. It's going to come down between Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell, and Dennis Schroder. And I have Dennis Schroder winning it. He had a great season for OKC. That whole OKC team just surprised a lot of teams. Surprised everybody basically. Once Chris Paul got traded to that team for Westbrook, people thought that was it. That they were gonna blow it up again. That team was gonna, fall off a cliff, and they weren't gonna make the playoffs. And Chris Paul, he's the most responsible for them being in the playoffs. But Dennis Schroder had a great year. Dennis Schroder has always had that potential to be a good point guard. When the Hawks were good and they had him as his backup, I kind of felt that they should give him the reins and make him the starting point guard instead of Jeff Teague. Jeff Teague is a pretty mediocre point guard, in my opinion. Dennis Schroder definitely is quicker and he has more potential. So I think the Hawks messed up back then, but this year Dennis Schroder played really good. I think he should win 6 Man of the Year. Most Improved Player, Bam Adebayo. He's been killing it the whole season. He's one of those bigs that will make it like in the NBA. The NBA is evolving. Like the big man position is kind of dying. But if you're like Bam Adebayo or you're quick on your feet, you could guard a guard. You could guard a guard. You could guard the guard position, the one or the two. You could switch onto anybody, and you won't be that bad of a defender on them. Like for most people, if you get a big to switch on your point guard or your shooting guard, you're in a bad position. They're gonna get blown by. But Bam Adebayo has quick feet. He's laterally quick too. He'll be able to keep up with a lot of the point guards and shooting guards. He's one of those big men that, they fit today's NBA. He has a high motor. He's just a good all-around player. And the player that he is right now is a way better player than last year. I know Luka won't win it, but he definitely deserves some votes. Luka last year was, Rookie of the Year. He was a great player. You could tell he was going to have a bright future. But Luka this year, that's an MVP candidate. I do have him winning MVP next year, but I know the award is kind of like a storyline too. They give it to like players that no one really saw coming. So, excuse me, Bam Adebayo. No one really saw Bam Adebayo coming out of nowhere and being this good. So he definitely deserves it. But Luka definitely deserves some consideration. He's been amazing. Coach of the Year, Nick Nurse. I think that one's pretty easy too. Once Kawhi left the Raptors, everybody thought they were gonna fall off a cliff. They were gonna go back to being the same old Raptors, the Raptors that people don't really care about. But with Nick Nurse there, he steadied the ship. They have a better win percentage this year than last year. They look like a scary team. Van Vliet and Kyle Lowry, Siakam, Ibaka. Like that team is nice, and I give Nick Nurse all the credit for being a great coach. So those are my awards. One more time: Giannis MVP, Giannis Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, John Morant, Most Improved, Bam Adebayo, Coach of the Year, Nick Nurse. And they also announced that they were gonna give some Bubble awards. Real quick, my Bubble MVP would be Devin Booker. The Suns are 7-0. No one saw that coming. DeAndre Ayton is a pretty good player. He's his second star or second up and coming player, and that's pretty much it. I mean, there's other decent players, but for the most part, it's been just Devin Booker. So my Bubble MVP would be him. My all Bubble team, they're also gonna name a first team all Bubble or something like that. I would have Lillard, Booker, Luka, TJ Warren, and Embiid as my all Bubble team. I think they've all played at elite levels and have gotten their team some wins.